My.
What's wrong?
It's this Me Too stuff.
What's Me Too?
What's Me Too?
I've been busy in work this week.
What does this week have to do with anything? This has been going on for months.
Okay, explain it to me.
Jesus, you're so backwards in this country. Basically, about 5 or 6 months ago, this huge Hollywood producer called Harvey Weinstein was accused of sexual assault or coercion or inappropriacy or whatever. It's the same thing, basically, isn't it? And then dozens, hundreds of women came out and accused him of rape and assault and all sorts of things.
God, that's awful.
I know. Here, have a look at him.
Ugh,
Yeah, imagine him on top of you,
yuck.
offering you part in Power Rangers. But then it launched this huge, beautiful cultural movement to finally end misogynistic abuse of women by men.
That's great. You mean like female genital mutilation, or child rights in Africa, or Muslim women being refused an education, or Venezuelan girls turning into prostitution to avoid starving to death?
Well, yeah, that, but also Dustin Hoffman asking his assistant for a massage in the 1970s. Allegedly.
But
It's all the same thing, Martha. It's all the same thing. It's all part of a toxic patriarchal system that gives men permission to abuse women. The form that abuse comes in isn't what's important. As a man, I shouldn't even be talking about this, really. The stage is yours, Martha. And this iPad.
I don't really know most of these people.
Spanish.
Look, here's this fat comedian you like.
Used to like
What did he do?
Louis C.K. He masturbated in front of different women, just pulled his lad out and started going. I don't know how he maintained focus for that long, to be honest, but either way, it's disgusting.
God, was this recently?
No, like 15 years ago, and he asked permission first. But these are the wrong questions, Martha.
I mean, 15 years ago and nothing since then? And you bring it up now? In a way, it's admirable he stopped and dealt with these.
What?
What?
That's just defending men and doubting their accusers is, it's easier to cry witch hunt than have an open and frank discussion about these things.
But we're having a frank discussion now.
I mean a frank discussion without hearing the other side. Martha, there's this thing outside Spain, okay? You probably haven't heard of it because it's outside Spain, but there's this thing called victim blaming. It's what you're doing right now. Everyone knows that women are abused and held back in the workplace.
Well, I'm a woman and I've been discriminated against.
But you were, Martha. You just don't realise it.
Matt Damon, what did he do?
Oh, don't get me started. He went on this talk show, right? And he said we should differentiate between gradations of abuse and that we should show balance in how we deal with these Me Too offenders. I know. Can you believe it? And then he was kind enough to tell us that most men do not abuse women. Isn't that fantastic? It's like saying that most Nazis didn't kill all the Jews.
Well, it's not.
It's similar, if you think about it. What?
If you bring something into the open, you can challenge it. That's what happens. Like, you might be wrong. How can men and women figure each other out if they can openly communicate what there's on their mind?
Martha.
Like you keep saying, you want to bring the issue into the open and talk about it. But anyone with questions or criticism is immoral and has to be quiet. Isn't that a contradiction?
Look. So, what you're saying is you don't believe in women's rights.
Yo soy un hombre sincero.